Good afternoon. Welcome to the ICTY Weekly Press Briefing. My name is Magdalena Spalinska. I'm spokesperson to Registry and Chambers, and I'm joined today as well by Aleksandar Kontic, member of the immediate office of the prosecutor. I'll start with the briefing from Registry and Chambers. Yesterday, the Appeals Chamber denied Radovan Karadzic's appeal of the trial chamber's decision to allocate 300 hours for his defense case. The Appeals Chamber found that Karadzic had not demonstrated that 300 hours was an objectively inadequate amount of time for the defense. The Appeals Chamber also stressed that while the trial chamber is required to allocate sufficient time for the accused to present his defense, it also has an obligation to ensure that proceedings do not suffer undue delays. The Appeals Chamber also pointed out that considering that the prosecution bears the burden of proof, an allocation of time reasonably proportional to that granted to the prosecution will often result in less time being granted to the defense for the presentation of its case. In this case, both parties have been granted an equal amount of time. The decision is available online. On Monday, Dragoljub Ojdanic, former chief of the General Staff of Yugoslav Army and one of the 5 accused in the appeals case in the Shajnovic and others, withdrew his appeal against the judgment of the trial chamber. His defense counsel informed the Appeals Chamber that he had reached his decision based in part upon the advanced age and his medical condition. It added that Ojdanic accepted the findings of the trial chamber's judgment and that he expressed his regret to all those who suffered as a result of the conduct for which he had been convicted. Having taken note of Ojdanic's reasons for withdrawing his appeal, the prosecution also withdrew its appeal against the judgment insofar as it concerns Ojdanic. On 26th of February 2009, Ojdanic was found guilty of aiding and abetting the deportation and forcible transfer of ethnic Albanian population of Kosovo in 1999. He was sentenced to 15 years of imprisonment. The appeal hearing in the case has been scheduled to be held from Monday, the 11th of March, through to Tuesday, 19th of March. Turning now to the activities in the courtrooms, the closing arguments in the case of Jovica Stanisic and Franko Simatovic started yesterday afternoon. The prosecution has concluded its closing arguments, asking for life imprisonment for both accused. The defense closing arguments will commence this afternoon, 2:15 in courtroom 3, and conclude tomorrow evening. Proceedings in the trials of Radovan Karadzic and Ratko Mladic are taking place this week and next as scheduled. In the trial of Radovan Karadzic, the chamber is currently hearing the testimony of Tomislav Hrshum, former police official in Pale. He is the 65th witness to be called by the defense. In the case of Ratko Mladic, witness RM120, a former Jumprofor member in Sarajevo, is testifying. He is the 66th witness to be called by the prosecution. The hearings in the case of Goran Hadžić should resume on the 4th of February 2013 at 9 o'clock in the morning in courtroom 2. Thank you. That's all from me. Sasha, now turning to you.
No statement from the office of the prosecutor.
Thank you. Do we have questions? If not, thank you very much, and we see each other next week then.